Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to The Dose. We're back. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. The Magic Man, Mark Hutchins, here on the mic, joined by Mr. Jereme Kleven. That was a good one. Along with Byron Filson.
You didn't do the dolphin for me.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
There it is. That was a good one. That was like crisp. It's because I've got gum in my mouth. So it's real crisp, sound to it.
That's crisp.
So let's dive in today. What are we going to talk about? We're talking luxury today.
We are back with Tina Garcia, just in case people out there don't know.
I didn't say that. Tina, welcome back.
Thank you.
Round 1, part 5, yes, of the bout.
I say round 1 because we'll have you back for
of course.
2.
All right, thank
because
you.
we need to check in on your enormous goals this year, the $100 million goal.
Yes. Hold me accountable.
We're going to hold you accountable.
Let's do it.
I love that. We again love that you have a vision and a desire to grow and kind of take it to the next level. You're not satisfied for 1 second. You've had some tremendous success and you want more.
Yes.
We love that.
I love it. So let's talk about some of that tremendous success in luxury. I think a lot of agents would like to know. It's tough to get into luxury, but you know what? It's like any space. If you don't start there and farm there and penetrate those areas and stay consistent, you're never going to get the business. So I don't think it's necessarily that, but maybe you could touch on maybe some tips or just explain how. You said the door knocking. You got that $800,000 listing,
right?
And you earned the trust of that buyer to then entrust you on all of his business everywhere across the country,
right?
And I'm sure that led to more business or more listings and more buyers. But maybe what else would attribute to your success in the luxury space?
I would say a lot of it is networking. I met with a lot of builders. I definitely try to network with anything that is luxury related. I belong to Paradise Valley Luxury home tour. It's every other Friday. It is a membership fee, but it just gets you in. It gets you talking about it. And then I also do tour other luxury homes. I think it's very difficult to say, how do you break into something? I feel like you almost fall into it, but then you decide if it's something you like. And that's what I decided. I loved it. And it is definitely not for everyone. That kind of a client is very, very high expectations, very demanding. They know numbers inside and out. They're very sharp. They also have very, very little time. So what I honed in on that I felt I could contribute the most for them was I could take away their worry, take away all the stuff that they didn't want to deal with. So, I have clients in luxury who will say like, oh my, Tina, I'll say, hey, the windows look really bad. Could get the window washer guy out. And literally they'll turn around and go, you know what? You've been so great at handling this, or this, or this. Can you do it? Absolutely. Yep. So I have been the yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I've got a guy. I can do it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Just give me the list. Inventory addendums, furniture addendums, you name it. I make it as simple as possible for them. I DocuSign. I go to their house. I have done deals. I did a buyer and seller on a $2 million listing out in Los Angeles, and we were closing the deal at 2 a.m. So I think it's also being accommodating to them. I'm talking with a buyer out of Milan right now, and we're Skyping. So we have to go with Milan, Italy time and Arizona time and kind of correlate that with us. But he is literally shopping from Milan. He's looking to expand his gelato business. He manufactures gelato in many countries. And he's looking for this really amazing home called on one of my listings. And ironically, does not have a real estate agent. Really liked talking with me, liked I was so available. And I think that can be for any part of our industry, whether you're just doing $200,000 residential or you're doing luxury. Be available, be helpful. I feel like there's so many agents that just sit there and go, well, I'm only going to work on Monday through Friday. And you need to reach me on you need to reach me on the weekend or the evening. Sorry.
That's a great point. Yeah. That's a great point that, you need to be, again, we say this all the time, the human connection, and you have to be that resource with whatever they need. And you have to take that worry off them or save them money, or what are those things that you can help them do that or provide to them that are going to help them in those areas. So, you mentioned the deal keeping you up till 2 a.m. in the morning. Is it only $2 million to keep you up? $2 million deals that keep you up till 2 a.m.?
We started the negotiations.
1.5 keep you up?
Well, I'll tell you another thing about luxury listings. They are not fast. Like you go to show a home, I'm there 1 hour before. I am prepping the entire home. I am opening all the windows. I'm dusting. I'm shutting toilet seats. You're prepping the property to show off the property, to sell it. So
it's a different clientele.
Attention to detail.
It is very different.
It's attention to detail.
Lots more time.
You care.
Longer days on market.
Yep.
And like you said, their time is more valuable than anything. So that time you have them there showing should be the best time that they have, right?
Exactly.
That 30 minutes they're viewing should be the best 30 minutes that house ever looks.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a very simple lesson that people need to we need to hone in on is that obviously that you're going the extra mile and you're putting in the work.
Yes, you are.
Granted, that's great return on your time, obviously in that price point, but whatever price point you're in. These are still fantastic paydays for people out there, closing a $300,000 or $400,000 deal. So what's an extra hour to people to make sure that the home does show that it needs to be, to go the extra mile, to set yourself apart? Clearly it's working.
Attorney money. Which kind of goes the other, you said, opening the windows, turning on the lights, closing the toilets. We talked offline with staging, and that goes into the staging question where staging an open house property, you said you have some unique ways that you guys do that, but also staging properties. Maybe touch on that a little bit because that's all luxury space.
Yes.
And it's important.
So about 5 years ago, I used to hire a staging company, and it got very expensive. And you go to the client and you're like, oh, well, you have to stage. It's so important. It's going to show better. And of course, they're like, well, I'm not paying for it. And then you go back and forth. You're trying to negotiate it. I felt like that was just a big struggle. I could see the importance of it. I also have done new home sales with Trend and now Ryland. So I was able to see how much more homes sold and how quickly they sold because of how beautiful they were. So I got a lot of great ideas from them. And I used to just as a hobby before I got into real estate, go to every single new home community and just tour homes. I loved it. I was passionate about it, wanted to just learn everything I could about it. And I do recommend that for new agents. Go looking at houses.
Preview homes.
Yep. Read listings. See what other agents are doing. But anyway, the open houses, we stage, like I am very adamant about it. If it is vacant, it is staged. And we actually have purchased and own our own staging decor, our own staging furniture. We've got at least 9 homes that we could stage. And this is all the way to, multi-million-dollar level to a little cookie cutter, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a 2-car garage. We have just made it that's part of setting ourselves apart, making it simple for the client. We're paid by performance. We're going to give it everything we've got to give you the most that you can get out of the house. And then that's why they're becoming bigger advocates for us. They're like, oh, we didn't even have to pay for our staging. Wow. Oh, we didn't even have to, prep the house. We were out of the country on vacation, and our agent went over and she just took all the tablecloths and covers off of the furniture, opened all the windows, and I can trust her. She's going to lock it up and put it back the way it is.
So you're probably always getting 6%.
Yes. And that's another big thing.
That's probably never, ever somebody batting an eye in most cases, but because of your difference.
So you leverage a luxury business right into a staging company. So you have you said you can do 9 homes at a time?
We have 9 homes of inventory, yes. And if
currently
you ever...
out there right now, or the availability to...
The availability, yes.
Okay.
And if you are ever at one of our open houses, you will see a huge difference. I'll give you an example. One of our newest agents went to go do an open house for the first time at another listing, not one of our listings. Our listings, you will see I put little triangles on all the toilet. This is from $200,000 properties all the way up to multi-million. I put little triangles on the toilet paper. We fluff, we make fancy napkins,
the centerpieces and all that.
Yeah, the centerpieces, sparkling water, we whip the cookies out, make it smell good, all these wonderful things to make people feel welcome, keep it nice and clean, clutter-free. And so this agent, he calls up, one day and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm at this other listing and I'm doing an open house and the floors are not swept and the toilets are filthy and the blinds, they're broken. I tried to open the blinds so they're more light and some of the light bulbs are out, and I'm not saying that you have to do all these things. This can be very expensive. But you can do the minimal things too. Say you get a brand new listing. My very first listing was an itty bitty little cookie cutter house in Chandler on Cottonwood. I still remember.
I'm sure you didn't have a staging company at the time, right?
Did not have a staging company, but I will tell you what. I went in there and I had my Windex and I had my paper towels and I wiped and cleaned every single thing down. I made sure that it was as nice and beautiful as I could possibly make it within my budget, and I sold it. It was a great.
As a dose listener yourself, I'm sure that we like to hone in on the things that we can control.
Yes.
And that being one of them, right? You can
Absolutely.
control the product that you are representing
Right.
at any given time. You can control the product that you're holding open at any given time.
Yes.
To a degree. You can't change floor plan, all those kinds of things. Again, hence the control, right? So, taking control of the things that you can or you have an effect on, and, spending a couple bucks at the end of the day, if you do that 10 times a month and close one more deal a year, okay, that's good return on your money, right?
Right.
I'd say so.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it's photography. We do all professional photography. I'm very big with that as well. Don't do your own. Don't do your cell phone, please. Make sure that
Make sure you're not in the mirror.
Yes, please make sure you're not in the mirror. The tripod's not in the mirror. Yes. So great photography.
Or someone on the couch. That's the best. I love those ones.
Pets in the photos.
That hurts us too, right? That hurts you when
It's a
your
reflection.
clients. When your clients don't want to see a particular property because the pictures are horrible, when maybe they would have had some interest had they been good, and it could have been a fit for them.
Right, and that's what we tell that's what we believe in, is that our listings are, it's like an on-site interview. So as potential buyers are coming in or potential sellers are coming in, they're evaluating everything about you. You represent that house, whether you mean to or not.
Yep.
So how it looks, how it smells, how your brochures, your flyers, whatever you're handing to them is a reflection of you. Should I use you to list my house down the street, or should I use you to buy my house down the street? So it's an on-site interview. You've got to give it your best shot. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Go do something else. Go work part-time somewhere else.
There you go. Or clean up your act.
Get it together, would you?
Yes.
That's very good. Very good. So, Tina, you've been just
home run.
This. Yeah, this is good stuff.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you coming in and sharing. And I guess last question. So what do you attribute the I don't know that we really honed in on this. What do you attribute the luxury growth to in Gilbert? Just because it's a newer area maybe?
I think newer. I mean, most of the homes are 10, 15 years plus. There is definitely lower taxes there. There's lower, prices for land. You get a lot more. Something you're going to find in Paradise Valley might be in a $8 to $10 million range. You can easily find it out in Chandler, Gilbert, Tempe, Mesa for say $1.5 to $2.5 million.
For a mere $2 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys, it's only $2 million. Come on.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
It's a huge difference, though. I mean, you're right. You're looking at a different. Of course, the location thing,
Right.
but still, you're spending a lot less per square foot. And like you said, it's the land piece too out there.
Right.
You can buy an acre plus for.
And I know there's a lot
less,
more. There's a lot more athletes and people,
Absolutely.
high profile people that are
Yeah.
choosing to be out in the East Valley too.
Absolutely. It's a very family environment. It's not as congested as nothing wrong with Scottsdale, but it's a different mentality. I loved Scottsdale, younger and single. Now I feel like it is not a family friendly environment to me. Mm-hmm. So people looking to kind of have more of that rural, safe, welcoming family environment are going to go out to say Gilbert, Chandler, Mesa, Tempe. There's excellent schools out there, a lot more family activities, dog parks. So you kind of get that small town feel, but you're so close to downtown Phoenix. You can easily go to a cultural event or Cardinal Stadium, International Airport.
It's awesome, Tina. You're raising the game. You're a true professional. You're a class.
Raising the IQ.
It's you've raised the IQ of the brokerage. It's an honor to like we say, to partner with you. In many ways. So
thank you.
Keep rocking and rolling. Keep growing as an individual, as a businesswoman, the team, the whole 9 yards. Cheers to your success.
Thank you.
Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys,
keep doing
rock
it
and roll.
and
Let's rock and roll.
I love it.
So can people reach out to you if they have any questions?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
You want to give out an email or a Twitter handle or
It's Tina Sells for You at gmail.com. So TINASELLS, the number 4, letter U at Gmail. That's my Twitter and Facebook as well.
That's awesome. You open it up and make yourself available. Again, it's humbling for us, and we appreciate you doing that. So it means a lot. People need to take advantage. Hopefully you don't get
your time is very valuable.
But yes, it is indeed.
Thank you.
So thank you for taking the time to do it, guys. Go back and listen. Hustle.
Hustle, yes.
That's
Get
right.
out there. Action.
There you go. There you go.
Start
guys.
it.
Have a great day. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
That's how it rolls.